Hello everyone, welcome back to the series of video lecture on English for Skill Enhancement. I am Arif Ahammed. I teach English at Department of SNH, MLR Institute of Technology. Today, I am in front of you with a important topic, that is technical report writing. Now, as an engineer, you all have to write this thing. There is no escape. Maybe later and all you can say, sir, we won't require all those things, but this is something that you can never escape. You would be writing your project report in your second year mini project, let's say, or final year, the main project. Once you enter into your profession, like job, there also you would be required to write technical report writing. So this is very important for all of you. Please pay attention. Now let's see what is the overview of today's lecture. What are the things? So we will get to first we'll try to understand what is a technical report, because understanding the concept is very important. Now we will also get to know about different types of report, and then we will be talking about structure and components of a technical report. What are the different parts of a technical report and how do you place them? Like what would be the order and everything, fine? So let's see. What is a technical report then? It's a formal document. Obviously, it's a formal document that conveys technical information in a clear structure and objective way. So it normally conveys technical information in very clear, structured and objective manner. So that is one very important thing. So you know by default what should be the basic qualities of a technical report. They should be clear, they should be structured, and they should be objective, fine? Then what is the purpose? To communicate results, finding, procedures or recommendations. So you know, when you'll be doing a project, basically you will be communicating your result. You will do a project on certain topic. So what is the result? Like what is the result of your, what is the outcome of your research? What is your findings? All those things only you would be conveying. Used in engineering, science, business and IT field. Mainly these are the fields where technical report writing is used extensively. Fine. So let's see importance of technical report. Why they are important, I already have mentioned. It facilitates informed decision making. So let's say you want to take a decision on, let's say, to carry out a project. So whether the project is feasible or not, whether you should be going ahead with the project or not, you would be judging it on the basis of a report, technical report. So it helps us to make a decision making, help us in decision making. That is very important. Documents, research and experiment. Sometimes if we want to document our research, what exactly did we do in our research? It can be a 1 year, 2 year, 3 year, 5 year, 10 years process, right? So documentation is very important. So technical report will actually document all those experience or experiments. Helps in problem solving. Now, through technical report writing, we can recommend certain things and it can help in problem solving. Provides recommendation and action plans. Sometimes it would be providing recommendation plans and action plans also. Recommendation and action plans. Fine. Different types of reports are there. Feasibility report, it assesses the practicality of a proposal. Progress report, updates on ongoing work. Research report, presents study findings. Incident report, records accidents or unusual events. And then lab report details experimental procedures and outcomes. Normally, this is our lab record, all example of lab records. They are example of actually lab report, because you document your experiment. What did you do in the experiment? How did you do? What is the outcome that you got out of your experiment? All those things you document there, right? So in a way, our lab record or your lab record is actually an example of technical report writing. Then project report, final report of completed project. So these are the types of basic types, like fundamental types of technical reports. Now let's see what are the components, structure of a technical report. So what are the parts and how they should be ordered. So please remember this order, and these are the parts. First, there should be title page, then abstract, table of contents, introduction, methodology, results and findings, discussion, conclusions, recommendation, references and appendices. So these should be coming in exact order. Fine. Now let's see each of these. So what title page, what it will contain? Title of the report it will contain, author's name, organization, institutions, date of submission, must be concise and informative. It should not be too long. It should be concise and informative. Now different institution might have their own template for the title page. We all have to follow that template. But these are the basic information that should be included in the title page. Fine. Next one is abstract. This is very important. Now what is an abstract? A brief summary, 150 to 250 words of the entire report. So before someone should read your report in detail, each and every component, they should have a glimpse of what is there in your report. Now your abstract of a technical report will actually provide that glimpse. Okay, so it is nothing but a brief summary. What it includes, it will give idea to the reader about the objective of the report, methods, key results, and conclusion. So all the main things are included in that abstract in a very short manner, because it would be only within 150 to 250 words, right? Written after completing the report but appears at the beginning. So normally abstract is written not at the beginning, because at the beginning you cannot know what is your conclusion. So you can write an abstract only after you are done with all other components, including the last part of your report. And then you write the abstract, but it appears at the beginning. Okay, though you are writing it at the end, but it should appear at the beginning. So after title page, abstract. Then what? Table of contents. So you all know what is the table of content. List of sections and subsections include page numbers, and it helps the reader to navigate the document. Right. Next one is introduction. Now, introduction part, what do you do? Introduces the topic, state the purpose and scope of your study or project, includes background or context, in which context you are undertaking the project, may state hypothesis or objective. Sometimes in introduction part only you can include or you can introduce or state hypothesis or objective of the study also. Right? Next, methodology. Methodology means what? Describes how the research work was conducted. Like how did you conduct the project? How did you conduct the research? The method that you have to describe. Includes tools, materials, procedures. Like what are the tools you have used? Which software you have used to analyze the data? What method or what tools you use to collect the data. For example, questionnaire or anything else, interview. Okay, it should be detailed enough to replicate the process. So it should be very clearly described so that if anyone wants, it can be replicated. It can be again repeated. So each and every detail in the methodology you have to put. Fine? Okay, next part, results and finding. Now it presents data collected, includes table, graphs, charts for clarity, and objective presentation, no interpretation. Fine? So whatever data you will be collecting by using different tools, you have to represent that data here. It can include tables. You can represent the data in table format, in graph format, in chart format, anything. Okay, and it should be objective presentation. Just present the data. Okay, do not interpret the data. Just presentation of those data. So that is result section. Then finding section. What is there? uh, Discussion section. Now you interpret the data. What is the outcome or what is the implication of that data that you have gathered through your research? So interpret the results. That is very important. Explains implications, significance, and limitations. Okay, connects finding to the objective. Now, whatever finding you will find here, you will get here. You have to establish a connection with the objective which you have already stated. They should match. Fine. Next one, recommendation. Now, on the basis after analyzing the data, interpreting the data, you can suggest or actions based on findings. So you can recommend certain actions or suggestions, maybe in bullet points or numbered list. It's up to you. Can even write in paragraph formats also, right? But they should be practical, relevant, and feasible. We should not include a suggestion that is actually not feasible. That may sound very good, okay, but they should also be feasible. We need to check that. So be careful while writing the recommendation. Fine. Next one is references. So while we conduct a research or we conduct a project, we do take help from different sources. Now, for example, literature review, right? What do we do in literature review? We just read other people's work, research paper, article, books, in order to get an idea about our own research, our own project, how to go ahead. Now that is like you are taking help from them, so you have to include them in the reference. So if you are reading a book, that book, and if you are using a quotation from a particular book, the reference should be included. Now, there are different types of reference format: APA, IEEE, MLA. All these formats are there. Most of the time, you would be like your institution would tell you to follow a particular referencing style. You have to maintain uniformity throughout the entire document. All the references should be in that particular style only, and it is very essential for credibility and avoiding plagiarism. Please understand, if you don't, let's say you are using one particular idea or quotation from a particular book or from a particular research paper, but if you are not adding it in the references, it will come under plagiarism. These are serious academic offense we should avoid it at any cost, right? And you will lose credibility also if it is found that you have done plagiarism at certain point. So please be careful about it. And the last portion of the report is appendices. What is appendices? It actually contains extra information not in the main text. So raw data, whatever data you have collected, those questionnaire. You can also, in fact, include the questionnaire in this part. Okay, sample questionnaires, detailed calculations, labeled is you can label them under A, B, C, appendix A, B, C, and you can include all these things there. That is appendix. Please understand that is not part of the main text, right? So this is all, and then recommendation also. What do you do in recommendation? Actually, recommendation should go first. You suggest actions based on findings. So this is already there. Tips for effective technical report writing. So these are the general tips of technical report writing. You have to be clear and concise. Use objective and formal language. There is no space for using subjective language. Use headings and bullet points for clarity. Instead of using long paragraph, better to use heading and bullet points. Fine. And revise and proofread. That is also very important. Once you are done with one draft, don't rush for submission. Before submission, please go through it again and again. See if any revision is required. If there is any mistake in terms of, let's say, punctuation, I know, what is that called, spelling, grammar, all those mistakes, you should be proofreading. Fine. So that's it. So what are the outcome of today's lecture? We got to know about technical report. What is technical report? Its purpose, why we need actually technical report, and then types of technical reports, and then components and structure of technical report also we got to know. And then few general tips which we should follow while we are writing a report. Fine. So I hope it's clear and it would be useful for all of you. Thank you everyone for being with me. I will meet with you again in the next lecture with a different topic. Thank you everyone.